Well, hello, you. I bet you've been waiting for this video and one other that has also not been released yet. So this is my October plans, and the next one that you'll be seeing, maybe not the next video, but the next one that I know you're all waiting on is my September finished pages. Hello. Welcome to my cabin. I'm Candice with Happy Catastrophe. I took my nails off to let my nail beds breathe for a few days before I put on some Halloween nails that I'm really excited about. And other than that, it's late at night on my Sunday night, so I go back to work tomorrow. And I basically had 2 days of sleeping. I don't know. I just passed out sleeping. I can't figure it out either, but it must have been what I needed. And I want to talk to you and show you all my October plans. And of course, on cue, Jack started chewing on his bone. He's been sleeping and snoring all evening, but I start talking and he starts making noise. So there you go. I've already finished 4 of my plans, so you're going to see some completed pages. And one of the reasons it's late is I've spent days writing and rewriting my list and trying to make sure I caught everything. I've been overextending myself a lot, and I'm not getting my buddies done. For the last 3 or 4 months, I haven't gotten my buddies done, all of them. But fortunately, November every year is sort of like a blah month for me. There's not really anything I celebrate. There's not really, it's when the rain really sets in here. And it's not yet pretty, wintry, and the leaves are wet and dead. So it's just kind of a gray month here in Oregon. And so I use November as my nothing but whips month, where I try to do as many whips as possible so I don't carry over so many into the next year. So in November, I'll be doing no buddies, just finishing as many whips as I can. And I prioritize them with unfinished buddies being first, and then we go down from there. And then probably in the order of dates or something, but buddies get done first. So if I have not finished a past buddy, there's a couple of them I'm going to finish this month that fit into this month. I'm going to get caught up with your buddy in November. Okay, so I'm sorry that some of you have had to wait for some of those. Almost all of them are started. Some are even close to being finished. I just had, even though I'm doing 20-something pages a month, I still just had more pages planned than I had time. So I'll catch up in November. But let's start with October. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my buddies. I've got my list here. Let's see. Let's start off with Midnight Murderess. Okay, there's a couple of ladies that are doing this one with me. We're doing what we're calling the Octobat. And I'm almost done with it. It's this one here. I was experimenting with paint. I like, my favorite medium in these, especially the Mythogorias, is alcohol marker, because their paper is thinner than Mythographic. And unfortunately, I think it's gotten even thinner. So there's a big difference between, and I think Mythographics have gotten thicker. So there's a big difference between the paper now, and I wish they wouldn't do that. These need to be as thick as Mythographics. But the paper's gotten pretty thin. But I wanted to see how it would hold up to water mediums. So this is a lot of paint and watercolor pencils. The paint I'm using, I kind of got stuck in and couldn't stop using, is this Artistro paint. This was a gift, right? I can look that up. This is the swatch page. Whoa, I don't know why my brain's just starting and stopping here. And they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. They're a kind of a Gansai Tombi dupe. They're a Tombi style paint, except they don't have the natural ingredients that Gansai Tombi usually has, like honey and stuff like that. they're very sticky, but it's not, which is normal for this type of paint, but they're stickier than the regular, than the like Kuretake paints. And they have a terrible chemical smell. So it's really strong. And I've had these for a while now, and I've used them a lot, so they've been out in the air, and it's still really strong. It gives me a headache, and I can't use them for very long because they are so strongly smelled. So they're a good dupe. They are cheaper than Kuretake's, but if you can afford Kuretake's, I would say, because this chemical smell is pretty intense. However, they are pretty, and I use them on a ton of pages. Right now I've got them sitting out, and I'm sort of stuck in them right now. I don't know. I just feel like I just want to keep using them. But I can't, I have gotten headaches from it. And so here is my Octobat lady. So it's got a base of the Artistro Gonzai type paints, and with pencil on top. So she'll be done pretty quickly, and then I'll submit her to my group. This Midnight Murderess is so good. It's such a fantastic Mythagoria. It's one of my very favorites. Absolutely beautiful. Every page is stunning. Yeah, I could just see myself doing every page in it. But every time I experiment with a different medium, I always go back to alcohol markers just because I like the way it looks better. It doesn't crinkle the paper and such. But we're good though. And these are different. I forget what pencils these are. Oh, these are, no. I better remember because I got a few more arms to do. It'll come to me. My brain is not working well right now. So that's Midnight Murderess. Great. Let's put that over here. Okay, another one. This is not a buddy, but this was a gift. This was a beautiful gift from a dear friend. This is from Hannah. She said this reminded her of sort of the yokai style concept. And it is. It's a culture's kind of a cult type magical beings mythology. And I've always thought I wanted this, but then I thought I didn't, then I did, then I didn't, and I've never gotten it. And Hannah got it for me, and oh my gosh, I like it so much. Every single page. So I grabbed it and immediately did this one, and it's done. I did it at work, and all I had at work was my small pencil set of Derwents. So I have, a small set of Color Soft, a small set of Chroma Flow, a small set of, all these different little Derwents, and I put them all in one, and most of them I've gotten either as gifts or off of a used site, usually Mercari. So they're all in one case, and that's all I had. So I'm like, well, it's a pencil page. So this is all pencil in here. I did have some Derwent drawing. I have a very small set of Derwent drawing, and look at that. I think those came from Becky. Look at, they actually look fuzzy. They're so cool the way they blend. I did look into that new set of 92. Do you know how much it is? It's over $200. I think, if I'm remembering right, or maybe that was the Light Fast that was over 200. Maybe it was 100 and something, but boy, it's a lot. It's like $2 or $3 a pencil. But man, the Derwent drawing, there's nothing like them out there. And so it was perfect for trees. And now I don't want to use any other pencil for trees. But I had so much fun. And then when I got home, and I finished all this, and when I got home, I was able to do this in different acrylics. So, and some shiny gel, I think this is a super golden marker, and it's there too. I use some Language, no, this is a red glaze pen, because it's bumpy. There's some red glaze pen in there, and then there's lots of different acrylics and gel pens and stuff, and I really like it. And then I couldn't stop, so I went to this one. Now this one isn't done yet, so this is what I'm working on in October. She's done, except I based it all in paint, again in this artistro paint. And I have to go over her skin and pencil now. And this side is just based and has more work to do. But basically, this is Persephone when she goes underground. So I made this one of her when she's above ground. And then this one will be a more spooky version of her below ground. And so, yeah, it's got a lot of work left to do, but I thought I'd show it to you. So these two will be in my October finished pages. And I just absolutely love this book. What a phenomenal book this is. Yay. So that's going to happen. Now, here is a whip that I want to finish in October. I don't want this one to wait until November. This was for Space Timber with a group of us. And I think there's another person in the group that isn't finished, but a couple of them are. And this was, of course, Fright and Seek. It's also known as Exploratorium. So it has two titles. It's the same book. It was just reprinted with a different title. And really, really busy. However, you have to find these four. There's always four creatures you have to find. And I think I color them in once I find them. So I think I found two of them. And I usually make them yellow. Yeah, here's one. I made him white and I put a neon dot on him so I could find him. So he is this guy. And then the other guy I made gold, silver. I made gold. Sometimes they're just peeking. Just a little part of them is peeking. And so they're pretty hard to find. Well, he's in here somewhere. I did find him because I colored him in. So I still have quite a bit to do on this one. Oh, there he is. Do you see him peeking right there? That's him. Just two eyes in the top of his head. That's it. I know, they're hard to find. And I haven't found the other two yet. These two. So, yeah, there's quite a bit left to do. So I will be working on that page. That is the Infinity and Beyond page, if anyone else is working on that, in Fright and Seek, also known as Exploratorium. And this is by Les Melendres. Fantastic book that I don't get into enough. I've been asked to do a flip through of this book, so I'm going to be filming a flip through of this one. Someone wanted to see my reactions to it. My TLDR version of it it's phenomenal. It's so good. Can't figure out how it could possibly be one person drawing all this, because there's over 100 pages of artwork in here. But it's Christopher Hart. He's a well-known tattoo artist. And this is all him. It's amazing. And I've done this page in it. This is the only page I've done in it. This is mostly all acrylic markers. Because it's double-sided. That's the only thing, is I can't use anything that bleeds through. But I had a good time. Well, I'm playing with these dang paints. And this was laying here to do a flip-through video, to film the flip-through. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just going to feel like looking through it and seeing, what's going on and what my reactions are, which are very positive to this book. And don't you know, I stopped on a page. Right there. And I immediately just started painting. So, I just started on this one. Yes, I accidentally painted her leg. I got to figure out how to go over that, because I was going to keep her skin quite pale, but now she's not pale. Maybe I could make her have sheer black stockings on. Yes, I could do that. Anywho, I thought she was very Halloween-y looking, and so I just started. This book was not in my plans for October. This is how it goes. I'll just be like, oh, wow, neat page. And I'll start another one. So I actually have a lot of whips now, which is opposite day of what I used to be. When I first started, I didn't even start a second page until I had one done. I did one page beginning to end at a time, and I had no whips. I don't know what changed, because it made me very anxious to have whips. But now I don't mind them. And I actually enjoy, like, if I feel like working on a background, I'm going to work on a background. And then I might work on 2 or 3 backgrounds, which means I have 2 or 3 whips started, right? But I'm just kind of coloring what feels good, which maybe that's why I got behind on my buddies the last few months. So this is another page I'll be doing, and this is in the giant Christopher Hart manga book, Manga Mania. If you don't have this in your collection, I'm not even a manga colorist, and I love it. I mean, these images are edge to edge, full of things to color. And some are a little spooky, most are just cute, a lot of them are action. He is just so talented. Like, how does he do all this? It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, a lot of fun to color, and especially just to color bits and pieces of a page that you feel like coloring, and then eventually the page comes together. All right, let me grab another pile of books. Okay. Warning, this video may be a little bit all over the place because I have a big stack here and I can't seem to get it in any kind of order. Every time I get it into an order, I'm like, no, that's not right. So we'll just go through it. This is a buddy I have with Paula, who's the coloring mom. This giant book, Universal Monsters. Her and I, this has sort of become just a book her and I are doing. We don't do it every month because we both, get a little tired of a book every month. Just every other month or every 2 months, whenever we're like, hey, that book's calling to me, we pick a page out of it. And we've done quite a few. The one we're doing in October is this one. It's a single page, which might be the first single page we've done. We haven't done, there are 5 monsters here. They have, there's like 7 monsters here, but this is, in fact, there's a page that shows them all. In this book is the Wolf Man, the Invisible Man, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, Phantom of the Opera, Frankenstein's Monster, the Mummy, Dracula, and the Bride of Frankenstein. And we haven't yet done one of Frankenstein yet. So she said it was my turn to pick, and I said, let's do Dracula, when I said Frankenstein. We hadn't done one of Dracula yet. And I said, let's do a Dracula one since it's Halloween. And then she chose this, and it's just perfect for Halloween. So this is the one we're going to do. And I'm really excited about it. We've already done, this is the Frankenstein's Monster one we did. This one was a lot of fun. Got to play with oil pastels and then got them everywhere. We did this one, I think, last time we did a pages together. We did this one, The Bride of Frankenstein. And then we've also done the Swamp Creature here, which this was our first one, and I love this one. This book is really fun to work out of. It takes almost every medium. It's Alan Robert, of course, and it's easily available on Amazon. So yeah, and that is cake batter, strawberry cake batter. Don't ask me how it got there. You don't want to know. I just bumped you. But if you know me, strawberry cake batter on a coloring book is probably not a surprise. Okay. I want to get back into this one. Now, I had a group there for a bit. We took a break for the summer months, but Paula, isn't it you? I think it's Paula who was wanting to get back into this. And so I do too. And I'm trying to remember what page she picked. That's one of the ones we did. I think it's the Great Hunt page, which is towards the front. That's the first one I ever did. Is it the Great Hunt page, Paula? This book is so much fun. It's not a Bindon book. What is it? Cider Mill. So Cider Mill, I have a few Cider Mill published books. Their paper is like good Amazon paper. It's still thin, but it's not, this is where I ended, and I had never finished it. Man, I spilled something in this book too. The drawings in this are so good. I absolutely love. Does it say who the artist is? It usually does. Typography, title vectors. Well, I knew at one time who the artist was. I can't remember. But it's just a really, I mean, the pictures are really colorable, a lot of fun. A lot of these, some of these have been done by the group. That's probably my favorite one, where you're actually in the oven with chains and the gingerbread man's looking at you. I think, and the pies are full of fingers. Ew. I kind of love it. But yeah, Paula, remind me which one you're doing. And we can resurrect the group for the winter months. It's such a neat book. I think that's Bigfoot. I like that one. I want to do that one, and I want to finish that one. What did I spill in here? I think it was coffee, actually. I'm really hard on my coloring books. I don't mean to be. I love them to pieces. I think this is the one she wanted to do next, but I can't remember. So whatever one it was that she decided to do, I want to do next. So I do want to get back into this because it's the season. So that's Silent Fright, Cider Mill Press book, and again, easily found on Amazon. And it actually does have, sometimes the Cider Mill Press books are all illustrated by this one guy who runs Cider Mill. I kind of get the feeling that Cider Mill Press is just this one dude. But I absolutely love this book. All right. Another one I'm going to do is my Yokai. If you have this book, I have a group for you. I have a group of folks who are working through this book. We have so far picked 7 pages, and you just, you don't have to do those, but one of those pages, but that's kind of what we've done. And everybody's sort of working through that grouping of pages. And when we get done with that grouping of pages, we'll pick another grouping. And I think I only have 2 more in that group to finish. And one of them is this one. So this is the Ganji Kozo. And he's a monkey-like water sprite. He's related to the Kappa, which I keep thinking he is Kappa, but we have a Kappa in here as well. And they inhabit the riverbanks of Japan, hunting fish and tearing the flesh with their razor-sharp teeth. They share the same webbed hands and feet as a Kappa, but they have the bob with bangs Okappa hairstyle popular with Japanese children. A bob with bangs. And their bodies are covered in coarse hair. They are not usually dangerous to humans, although fishermen leave offerings of their cheapest catch to keep the peace. So that's the one that I'm going to do this month. And then, I don't know, that's the poop eating apple guy. And there's the weird dude that you put a hot kettle on his head and then ask him questions, and the tone of his scream gives you the answer. Leave it to the Japanese. This is what I like to call a drag queen yokai. This is the one that sings beautiful songs and brings spirits of medicine and protects children and flies through the air with magical, super colorful outfits. So he's my drag queen yokai. And I did the little forest spirits one, the Kodama. I think pretty much everyone in the group has done this one now. And maybe that's it. So, gonna do Ganji Kozo next. Yep, look forward to that. Perfect for Halloween. These yokai are very creepy. This is a wonderful hand-drawn book. Really lovely, by Davey Yakusa, which is a made-up name, but he's very much into Japanese culture. And if you're interested in this book, you can get it off of Amazon, pretty easy. There's the ISBN. I've never seen it for sale on a resale site, but could be. But the paper's pretty good, and yeah, I love this book. It's one of my favorites in my whole collection. Ooh, this is a buddy that I'm really excited about. This is my first coloring in this wonderful Jade Summer book, Dark Fantasy. I know a lot of you have it, and I've seen a lot of you pull it out for the spooky season. I am budding with Chris from Color Me Chris. I'm my first buddy with him as well, and he is an expert and an aficionado of all things horror. He knows horror movies just backwards and forwards. It's crazy. He can look at any clip from any movie and tell you any horror movie and tell you what movie it came from, even the sequels. Like, he is so brilliant when it comes to horror movies. It's wonderful to watch his videos. I definitely recommend you go see his videos. He's snarky and he's funny, and his knowledge of the horror is amazing. Now, I don't know a lot of horror movies because I stopped watching them kind of in the 80s, so my knowledge is only ones that happened in the 80s. But this is not horror movies. This is just beautiful, beautiful artistry. I mean, those are, okay, these are a few other books. These aren't dark fantasy books. But look at, okay, and now we're in the landscape pages. Let's go. This is the one we're doing. Is she not beautiful and scary as hell? Yes, she is. He's done quite a few in this book already, so I let him choose, and he came up with a few pages that he hadn't done, and I chose this one just because, I don't know, something about her is just mesmerizing, and I want to know more about her, especially these weird claw-like hands she's got. Maybe they're gloves? I don't know, I'm really excited. And Chris just told me tonight that he finished his, so isn't she beautiful? Oh, she is beautiful. So I asked him, yes, I want to see. So I haven't seen it yet, but I think I have a color palette idea. I love every single page in this book. I really would like to do that one. That'd be a great Space Timber page. And I knew it was there. And I really want to do this one for Christmas, this crazed reindeer. Aren't they pretty? And grayscale is so easy to color with alcohol markers. The shading just comes through the marker for you, and super easy to color. Wow, isn't this a beautiful book? Yeah, so I'm really excited about this cut page. And in fact, this was a gift from Melissa at Winter 89 Colors. And Melissa, I have not, and I don't know why, I haven't gotten into this book yet because it's phenomenal. And it's everything I love. I just haven't. It's not even under my radar. I have it sitting out every month, and I just haven't gotten into it. Oh, the mummy. That's great. It's a female one. Oh, she's great. She's got vampire teeth and everything. Yeah. So this will be my first page, and I put a chicken on it. Yay, my chickens. And if it goes like my other favorite books have been going, that I just turn a page and start another one. Or there may be more than one done in this book, but who knows? Man, she's beautiful, though. For some reason, I just see her in deep greens and deep purples, like velvets. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I've tried that color scheme a lot, and I'm never very successful with it, but one of these days I will be. And maybe today will be the day. So that's Dark Fantasy Coloring Book by Jade Summer. And I very much look forward to Buddy with Chris. Okay. Besides the buddies I'm doing, other than buddies, I got out all of my books that are Halloween specific only, and I want to work in them. I don't know how much, but I want to work in them. This is one of my Halloween specific books, and it's Frog Village's Halloween. And you've seen me color a lot of Frog Villages, mostly with Veronica, from Veronica Dunn 66. She has already completed this book, so she's working out of Frog Village Summer right now. I have Frog Village Halloween and Autumn. I pulled the Autumn one out as well, but more than likely I'll work out of the Halloween one. And It's so darn cute. It's there's not a lot of pages in these books, so they're fun to finish. They're fun to go through and finish. And this is by we all know who it's by, Alexandra Zakrakouros, and she also is on Etsy, so you can get downloadable versions. She also is the one that did Enchanted Galaxies that so many of us have. And thanks to you all, I have the whole series now of Frog Village. This one was a gift from my dear friend Becky Hicks. Becky gave me this one. I just love this one, and I have yet to color in it. So this is I'm not sure I had it last Halloween. So I think this is the first Halloween that's happened since I had it. So I'm definitely gonna bust into it this Halloween. These frogs are so darn cute. This one is so funny with like that old school Dracula painting looking at him, and he's up here looking at the spider. This cute one with his putting out his jack-o'-lanterns. I'm holding it up because I know that when other people flip books that have light print, often I can't see it on screen, so I'm bringing it up so you can make sure to see it. It's like Zorro. I think he's dressed like Zorro. I love this. His little mousy friend always looks so serious. Alexandra has a great style. Oh my gosh. It's like they're dancing. There's a boombox over here that's rocking out, and there's a glitter ball, and they're all dancing, but in the background, flying in front of the moon, is a witch. This is a fun page. It would be really fun to figure out some sort of special effect with the glitter balls. If you made all of these lights multicolored, then you could make their colors shining off of them onto, ooh, I might try to do that. It'd be hard. They're thinking that maybe they won't trick-or-treat this house. This house looks spooky. No trick-or-treating that house. Why is he laughing? He's not serious in this page. What's so funny? The frogs have such long fingers. They're carving jack-o'-lanterns. Maybe they're telling jokes. I don't know. I don't know what's so funny. Oh, they're scaring themselves. Okay, this is probably the first page I do. Scaring themselves with a scary movie, and that's his sweetheart. She shows up, and it's a rainy night. Yeah, this will be the one I do. Let me put a chicken on it. Let me put a chicken on it. Put a chicken on it. Here is Zombie Frog. Oh my gosh, I love these. There's a zombie wolf, werewolf, but it's a froggy wolf, zombie what do you call it? Werefrog? Okay, let's go with that, Candice. My record had a skip in it right there. And that's it. So see, these books are really, really small. So you can finish them pretty easy if you'd like an easy win on a really fun book. But this will be the one that I want to do. Yes, it's got everything I love in it. A light source shining on them will be fun to make. And then the window with the rain, so I can do some practice my rain out of those how to color books. And then I love to do stone. Yep, we're going to do that one. Cool. All right, that's out of Frog Village Halloween. Okay, one book I like to get out this time of year is this Paint with Water book. It's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I actually would get this out at any time, but I especially like to get out my Nightmare Before Christmas books at this time of year. And I have done a couple here. I've done this one. This particular Paint with Water, these are those books where the ink is stored in the lines, and then you just take a wet brush and go along and release the ink. But they're tricky because you have to like pull the ink into the area of where it's supposed to be. If you just washed water over it, it would be a muddy mess. Some paint with water books have more than these colors in them, but this pink and green and blue, and then variations of the pink and green and blue, it must have something to do with how the ink, what kind of ink can actually be contained in lines like this, can actually be kept in ink lines, and because you see these colors a lot, they're just sort of an odd assortment of colors. So here again, the pink and the green and the blue, and then a combination of such. So I've done that one, and I'm working on this one. This was the one I'm just going in order. I do these when, I have something. You get your brush. I need to just stop talking, don't I? And then I know that what the colors that's in this line is orange, and I want my bricks to be orange. So I just sort of take the water and pull it in. And there's not a lot of ink in these particular lines because they want it to be, it's kind of the way they do light and dark. Like there's not a lot of ink in these, so that these bricks will be lighter pigmented. But then you go elsewhere and there's more ink. Like there's probably more ink in these bricks here. Yeah. It looks like there's a lot of blue and a little pink in these. So it mixes to become a kind of a bluish gray. These dry very quickly, so you don't have very long to get I keep bumping you. They don't have very long to get the mix out, to get the paint out and blend it, because they dry so quickly. I don't know what this special ink is. I always think it's like typewriter ink or something. I don't know, because it's always these weird colors. But it's a fun thing to do. Now, the Usborne paint with water books, I've noticed, have more colors, or just a little bit. They're kind of up a notch in sophistication. But these are put out by Disney, I think. Yeah. And are a lot of fun. So I'm just doing this one. And then if I finish it, which I will, and I feel like starting another one, I'll do this one. That one's going to be intricate. It comes with a brush. It's not a great brush, but these come with a brush. And they have this nice little jacket that you can flip over to protect the page underneath from getting wet. But so I'm working on that one with Jack Skellington. Set this over here, let it dry a little bit. Then I am doing a buddy with Patty for Patty Truehunter. We are doing a buddy in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yes, I bought this one used. It was brand new. I don't even think it was $3 because I got it off of Mercari or somewhere. I don't know if you can find these books new or if you have to get them used, but they're certainly easily found used. eBay, Mercari, Vinted, you can find them, and you can usually find them for a great price and in great condition. These 10 by 10 coloring classics I do collect, and I have a lot of them. I owe you a video showing those to you. You'll also see them when it comes to my C's, because I'm going to put them all together in my organization, in my new inventory book. And I'm going in order in this book. This is one of my favorites of these 10 by 10s that I have. I did this with Rosa watercolors, and those watercolors just are beautiful on this paper. I on purpose did it streaky like this to make it look really painterly. Then I did this one in mostly acrylics to try something different. This was also a buddy. First one wasn't a buddy, but then this was a buddy, I believe. Did this crazy one. And the one I'm doing with Patty is the next one. We're doing this one, and I've gotten started on it. I had a big run with King Art gel sticks, and I was having a lot of success in the Mouse Guard book with the King Art gel sticks and in a few other books. So I tried them in here, and it really shows you that a medium that works well in one book may not work well in another. The King Art gel sticks struggled on this paper because you put them down and then you get them wet, and it really struggled. So if that was my only try, if I like tested out my King Arts in this book, I probably wouldn't use them again. So make sure that you test your new mediums on lots of different paper, because King Arts with mouse guard, if you're lucky enough to have mouse guard, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'll show you that later, because I do have a mouse guard page I'm working on. Just stunning. They look very, very professional. Where here, they couldn't hardly move or blend or anything. They were very childlike. So I'm going to be going over this probably with pencil or paint. Paint works best, I found, for me in this book. I'm not a wonder with watercolor markers, so I don't use them too much. And there's no way I could do something this big in pencil. I want to base it with something. The background is a paint. Put on very splotchly, or is it a granulating paint? I forgot. But I wanted it to look like, sky was peeking through. This yellow is one of the Artistro Ganzai ones. I'll remember what that is when it's time to show it. All of this is on video in a very special video. So this entire coloring of these 2 pages are coming up soon in a very special video that I'm so excited. Something I've never done before. So I'm working on this out of Dracula. And it's such a great month to work out of this book. What a fun book this is. It's absolutely gorgeous. There's a lot of these. There's an Edgar Allan Poe one, which I think I just ordered off of Mercari just because it's not my favorite, but I just didn't have it. Yes. There's Pride and Prejudice, and there's just a whole bunch of classics that have been made into coloring books, but this is one of the better ones. Dracula is. All right, so that I'm very much looking forward to. Yay. Okay, Lonely Pumpkin had a great fall. I don't think I've worked in this since last fall, but I have to say, this is one of my favorite books. I like Usiku, I love her, although, the paper's terrible, but she's phenomenal. And she does the witches, and she does this one, and then she has a cute one she's got out now. Lonely Pumpkin is my favorite character of hers. I like this character much better than the witches, but I am involved in a group that's run by Christina's Art Corner. It's run by somebody. I always forget who. That works out of the witches book every month, and I do have a page for that coming up. But I pulled this one out, and I've only done this page. I think it's the only page I've done in here. One page? Yes, one page. Now, this is a compilation of all 3. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then there's also Lonely Pumpkin Had a Great Christmas. It's a thin Christmas book, and I have that one as well. That was a gift. And this was a gift from Emily. This was for my birthday last year. And it's books 1, 2, and 3. And I love this. This is one of my very, very favorite books in my collection, believe it or not. And yet, I've only done 1 page in it. It's all 3 books. I absolutely love it. So a couple of Halloweens ago, I pulled out Chris Riniac's Halloween Scribbles, and I worked largely in that, and I ended up doing like 15 pages in it. I kind of want this year to be this book, and I'm not going to set a goal like I did with the Chris Riniac to do 1 a day. I made it like 15 or 16 and then had to stop. But I do want to do several in here. I don't spend a lot of time fancy coloring. I mean, I did make the ghost transparent here, and I did put a pattern on her dress. But I like to just do whatever feels good. And there's a Halloween tree. And so I just want to kind of like open it up and go, okay, I'll color that one. This is going to be that sort of okay, I'll color this one type of book. And I definitely, because this is 3 separate books, I don't count this as 1 book in my inventory. I used to count these compilations as 1 book, and then I realized that was cheating. So this is, and I clean ghosts out of the book 1. So I have a finished page in book 1, so I need to get a finished page in book 2 and book 3. So book 2 and book 3s would be untouched. And if you are wondering what pages go to what book, I have a video that goes through this book and shows you what pages go to what book. And it'll be in my flip throughs playlist, and it'll have an image of this on the thumbnail. So if you're wondering, like, where does book 1 stop and book 2 start? I have that for you. So you can do that. This right here is the first page of book 2, right here with her sitting there with a cupcake. I don't know if it's a her or a him. I change the gender all the time with this one. Yeah, so I just want to pick it up, open it up, and do something in it. That's what I want this to be. No pressures, no nothing. Just pick it up and work on a page. Yeah, because it's just so wonderful. I love this emo character. Oh. So that one's for fun. Then I decided my Disney Hatchet Heroes coloring by number books were calling to me. And so I thought I'd try to find one that had Halloween in it, because a lot of them have Christmas. And I don't have very many. That's going to change. I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to go on to Lyrica and buy a couple more. They're kind of expensive, so I have to really parse these out. And I'm getting a couple of my favorites, one of them being Tomb 11. That one, where they first started doing the double page spreads. I really want that one. But this one, I love the Looney Tunes. I have 1 and 2, and I do want to get 3. Looney Tunes I liked better. They were what I grew up on. And I am doing, let me show you, this is a really fun page. Let me show you the actual solution coming, incoming solution. Watch out. I've done a few in here already. Let me find the solution. Well, why don't I just look at what page it is? It's page 14. Okay. One more. It's this one right here. No. That's 13. Wait. Yes, it's page 13. It's like, it's not the Tasmanian Devil. Yeah, it's them coming up to the door knocking. And I thought it was funny because of these names on the signs. There's a few spooky ones in here. I also liked this one. Jack, lay down. And this one, there's a few spooky ones. So I'm doing that. This is one I did. This is the last one I did in here, I think. I started this one. Is that the only ones I've done in this one? I haven't worked as much out of this one as I have out of the first Looney Tunes. Or is this the first one? This is the first one. I've worked more in the second one. And this is how far I've gotten. And I'm using paint. I've never used watercolor paint. I'm using that Artistro, this. I'm using this again because, yes, I'm stuck in it. And it's thick enough that I think it'll work, and I'm liking the look of it, especially because this is wood. And I just thought, I always use acrylic markers and Languo gel pens, and I just thought, I'd like to try something else. So I'm using paint in this one. Now, I've used acrylic paint, and acrylic paint takes several coats. This could probably use several coats, but because it's wood, I like that it's not perfect. I may not use it for everything, but for all of this wood, I'm definitely using it. I'm trying to get more creative with my mediums in these, and, use mixed media. Anything that will cover the numbers, because I just can't stand seeing the numbers. So that's my Looney Tunes color by number. What a fun book this is. Okay. Here's a book that I am completely obsessed with. This was a gift from Hannah, my friend Hannah, and she just sent it to me. I haven't even flipped it for y'all. I can't stop coloring in it. I've looked through Color Me books before, and I've even seen flips of this one. And I've always thought it was cute and very interesting. And I liked it more and more and more and more when I saw it. And it's taken to me like no other Color Me book has. And then Hannah sent it to me. And oh my gosh, you guys, I mean, the first thing I did was color a page in it. Like that night. And I was done that night. I mean, I just didn't stop. I was completely obsessed. And I colored this one, all alcohol markers. And loved every second of it, even all those pumpkins. Of course, these are my first pumpkins of the season. Usually by the end of the season, I'm like, if I ever see another pumpkin, I just like, oh my gosh. But right now I'm into the pumpkins, and I loved it so much that I turned the page and I started working on another one. So I'm working on this one. But you're going to be seeing in one of these evenings when you come over for an evening with me, I'm going to do the bubbles, because that's one of the tutorials in one of those books that I showed you in the tutorial book video. And I want to do those bubbles like that. And also maybe find some tips for this, because I'd like to make this a metal tub, metal with a metal shower thing. And I haven't decided. I kind of want him to be drinking lemonade, but if I make that yellow, will it look, weird? I don't know. So, but then, this was kind of drying and stuff, and I was flipping through it, and I started another one. I started this one. So this one is going to be a lot of fun. Now, this one is alcohol markers, but this time I branched out and I got some acrylic markers, those Langu ones that everybody likes that I don't, because I think they're very streaky and thin. Well, they work great for things like wood and painting and stuff on it. So I'm creating a poker night, a capybara poker night. And Jack, stop. And I'm going to make it kind of smoky. And if you notice, if you look closely, these guys are cheating. They're cheating. Oh my gosh, you guys, this book. It's not that it's capybaras. Actually, I mean, they're adorable, but they would get kind of boring coloring over and over, right? It's just something to do with the composition of the pages. What they're doing, the subject, and just the way it's so balanced and so full. These are pages full of things to color. I can't get enough of this book. So I will definitely, you're going to be seeing more and more pages in it, because I can't stop coloring in it. And I need to, because I have a lot of other plans. But I just absolutely love this book. It's kind of mindless for me. I pull out my alcohol markers and just have fun. I love this one. I want to do this one soon. Oh my gosh. What is it? What is it about it that I love? I don't know. What's called? The line weight is great. It just pops off the page. The way we're pulled into these tight views. I don't know. If you guys can tell me what it is that's so addicting about this book. I love this one. I want to color every single page. That might be the next one I color there. That one's definitely getting colored this winter. I just love this book so much. And it is Ella Yarzabek, right? Yeah, Ella Yarzabek is who the illustrator is. And I'm starting to find that she is a favorite of mine. She's got some more color me's that she's done and some other stuff. And so I might start stalking her a bit. And, this one. And getting more books that she draws, because I really like the composition of her drawings. I think that's what I like about it. Oh, everything. Everything's so wonderful. This one, is that not the most freaking funniest thing you've ever seen? He's like a capybara caballero. I love him. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. I got to put them away because I got to finish this video. But oh, I love this book so much. This is my new best friend. Thank you, Hannah, so much. I love it. Okay. Put the book away. Walk away from my precious. All right. This is just an FYI for you. Coming up in my coloring in the cabin number 8, which is the next one that will be published. It's already done. I'm starting a new game that I'm playing in those when you come over. It's no fun by myself, so I wait till you come over to play it. And it's this book. It's called A Color and Sleuth book by Rebecca Demos and Ellie Alexander. And it's Ghost Town, and it's pretty chunky. And I picked this up when I wandered into Barnes & Noble, which is the first brick and mortar bookstore that I have been to in forever, since it got scary to go shopping anywhere in America. And I was there with my client, and she had other things to do, so I had some time on my hands. Oh, that should never happen. Candice with time on her hands and a bookstore. Whew. Okay, I did some damage to my wallet that day, and you'll eventually see all of it. But this is one of the things I got, and it's a mystery, and the clues are actually in the pictures. So there's a little bit of a blurb that you get from an anonymous gossip columnist, and there are 4 questions you have to answer. Who's missing? Who took the cat? Who stole the axe? And who owns the hat? And it will take you all book to get those 4 questions answered. And when you answer those questions, you can go on to, there's a QR code you can go on to and download a prize. So I'm really excited. It's Pigeon Hollows. And the Pigeon Hollows Daily is where we get our tips. These are all of our characters. Isn't this artistry fun? And right now, we've been introduced in our first page to Ambrose. And then Gloria was also mentioned. But we're doing Ambrose's house. Now, I've already colored it. And because I've already filmed that coloring in the cabin. And we talked about the story and where we are with the story. So this will just be a little thing that you probably won't watch my coloring because they're very, very simple. It's probably, what I did here was I colored the base and then I did a little bit of pencil coloring while I was talking about it. And we're going to play this little game when you come over in the evening. So far we haven't answered any of the 4 questions, but it's only the first page. And so we'll go on to the next page in the next coloring in the cabin number 9. But another fun little game we're going to be playing together. I love those games. Okay. Let's see. What's another book I need to show you? Let's look at this one. I just got this one. I purchased this myself off of Amazon. I know a lot of you have it. Again, is this Yarzabek again? Yes, this is Ella Yarzabek. It's another Cider Mill Press book. Really fun. Since I just got it and it's Halloween, I feel like I need to color out of it. But I don't have a page picked. It's not a buddy. It's just if I can get to it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to it. But if I can get to it, the one I want to do is this one. It's in the book later, the Plague Doctor Swinging. I think that's so dang cute. Don't you? Oh, I also love this Headless Horseman one. I thought about that one too. So that might be an option. The very first one in the book. Such a happy Headless Horseman. This is like cute Halloween stuff, but it's Ella Yarzabek style, which again is a full page with lots of detail, very balanced composition. That's just sort of her thing, with dark, pretty good, nice dark lines, you know, good for alcohol markers, not too thick line style. That's so cute. But every page in this, that little baby werewolf, chibi werewolf thing is just adorable. Even the spider's cute. Come on. Isn't he cute? Look at the bugs. They're like, uh-oh, uh-oh. I think our time's up. Uh-oh. I just watched Megan from Meg's Coloring Corner flip this, and she's like, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh. because every page is cute and ooh. Oh, it's so adorable. She's like, oh, so cute. And then she saw the severed arm. She's like, oh my gosh. It's just adorable. You know, it's a cute little mousey eating what? Those are bugs and worms. Yeah, it's just sort of that sort of book. Aww. Aww. See, just so much fun. Why are they so cute? Why is a kitten eating a worm on a rotten punk jack-o'-lantern cute? Or these guys, they don't even have cute faces and they're cute. I don't know. I don't know why they're so cute. You know, that's a bird with a nest made of bones and eyeballs. But somehow it's still cute. Adorable. Yeah, this is a great book. Creepy. Boy, is that creepy. Oh, I love it. This one, oh, I thought about this one. There is a tutorial in one of those books on how to make glowing mushrooms, and I would like to do that with these mushrooms and make this a glowing page. Yeah. Scribbles. Creepy. Aw, patchwork unicorns. Oh, you're so cute. Now he cut off his own hand. No. Yes. I don't want to know what this bear's doing. Oh my God, he killed the magician. He's a bloody vampire rabbit. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I hesitated about getting this. I didn't think it was really me. And then I saw more flips of it. And I just thought, you know, it is super cute. I'm going to get it home and look at it in person. Usually that's how I can tell. And then if it's not me, I can return it. But it is. It's cute. It'll probably be like Spooky Girl or those Coco Waya ones that I absolutely love. I colored for a bit in it and then didn't color much anymore, but still am glad it's in my collection. And we'll pull it out every now and then when I feel like it. Because you definitely don't have to color these only in Halloween season. I feel like he's scaring himself there. And the mouse asleep, the mice asleep. There's two of them asleep in the books. Oh, that's so cute. Even zombie dogs chase their tails. Zombie undead dogs. Oh my gosh. Again, another horrible cooking show. There's a lot of those in these books. I like this. I like this. She's sitting there peacefully singing, and then there's all these like ghouls and ghosties in the water. I like that one. This one is adorable. I think Ella has a really good imagination. Yikes. Oh, yikes. Oh, no, that's not a party I want to go to. There he is. Yeah, I think I'd like to do this one. I think that's so cute. Fluffy, good boy. Isn't it fun? It's just a fun little book, and I'm really excited. I'm glad it's in my collection. So this one will be, it's $8 on Amazon, so, and it's a lot of pages and decent paper and single-sided, so why not? Why not? Perfect. Okay, let me pull out. I did, since I just mentioned it, pulled this one out. The Morning Scribbles, the Halloween coloring book. I've not worked in this book since I did that project. It was a fun project. I was going to do a page a day, so I'd have like 31 pages done. Now, the thing about these books, this is Chris Riniac, and he does Frogs and Friends and the Morning Scribbles. If you buy them off Amazon, you will get very thin Amazon paper. And I do have his Morning Scribbles book I bought it off Amazon, and I never color in it because I don't like the paper. If you go to his website, bindlewood.com, it's Bindlewood, you can buy the books directly off there on fantastic paper. So that's where I got the first one. I got this one there. And then I decided I wanted his morning scribbles. And I found it on Amazon and it was cheaper. And I'm like, ooh, I hacked the code. I hacked the scribble book. So I went ahead and ordered off Amazon, and I was so disappointed that I never colored in it. The paper is thick. It's like cards. I mean, it's really thick. It can take anything. And I had fun. So this was the first one I did. This was in 2023 I did this project. And I just did. And I made sure to do backgrounds on them all, fun backgrounds. And I just had a really good time. Man, this one I painted black. A lot of them were, it's paint or alcohol markers, maybe a little pencil. I didn't care for that one, so I didn't do it. This one I made look painterly like that. I was experimenting with some watercolor paint. I just had a lot of fun. I was only a year or two into this trip, and so I didn't have a lot of coloring skills. This one was done with a stencil around it. But I still really loved this project. This is probably my favorite one I did that month. Again, another stencil with this Distress or Distress Oxide inks. I can't remember how I think that's just a pen that was shiny. He's so funny. He's such a great artist. And I really loved doing these. And I did them every day until about the middle of the month, and then I got tired of them. I tried to add little things. I loved this pumpkin. He was so much fun. And this paper is so good. Yeah, you will really enjoy, and the markers go down so well on it. It's very smooth. You would really, and I mean, it's so thick that even the alcohol marker barely goes through. It's not like a typical book. It's just the paper is fantastic. And so now I won't buy his books anywhere else but his website, because I'd rather pay more money and get a better quality paper. See, I did a lot of these. This one was fun because it was my first time putting a pattern into fabric, and I was trying to make those trees look all fold with the fabric. It was hard, I remember at the time. But that was October 15th, and I think that's when I finished. I don't think I did another one. Yeah. So I would like to do another one in here this year. And I don't know which. I'll just go through it, and I actually really like that one. I mean, they're just adorable. That's great. Maybe I'll do that one. Oh. It's a crazy cat. And this one, see, already has some stuff in the background, so it would be easier. Chris Riniac is so talented. So talented. Yeah, in fact, this image has been pirated. I saw it somewhere. It was in another book where the person claimed it was theirs. It was a while back. The book was taken off of Amazon. Cute, huh? Hello. What in the world? He has a crazy mind. He's so funny, too. His website's funny. That's a good one. That is really good. And these go really fast, especially with alcohol markers, because there is shading on them. They can be as intricate or as easy as you want them to be, and either way, they'll look great. I like that one. Yeah, I'm just going to probably open it up. The toilet monster. Somebody's got to do the toilet monster. There's more toast. He's a Frankenstein monster's toast. Pizza, yes, no. That's what I need, a pizza Ouija board. Except mine would always say yes. I would make sure it always said yes. I'm not as crazy about these. I like the ones that are slightly shaded like that. little devil guy eating some ice cream. Oh, he would be fun to do because of the fire in his eyes. That would be cool. Jack can't seem to settle down. A frog on a pumpkin. Yeah, I don't like those. What's he doing? Oh, he's cutting the pumpkin up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. So I did a lot in here, and then I didn't touch it for a couple years. So I definitely think it's time to get into this, because this is another Halloween specific book. And one of my goals this month is to do 1 page in each of my Halloween specific books, which sounds like a lot, but I think I only have like 5 Halloween specific books, maybe 6. So we'll get into those. All right, let me show you what else I got on my plans. Okay, it's the next day because it got kind of late, and so we're continuing on with my October plans. I absolutely love this book, and I have a whip in it that I do want to finish in October. I'm in a little group that we do pages out of this every now and then, and this double page spread with these dragons is not finished. So I'm not even sure the dragons are finished. They might be finished, but I got to see how the rest comes together. It's done mostly in Kuretake Gansai, the granulating watercolors, and then some added distress inks. So yeah, I'd like to finish this page. So that's in Beastiary of Tolken, which is a variety of artists, and a book that I cannot recommend highly enough. It's fantastic. All right, another book I'd like to do something out of is this cute little one. This was a gift. This was a gift from my friend Becky, and this is Alan Robert, Tricks and Treats. And it's a little tiny book, 8 by 8, I think. Could be, yeah, it's 8 by 8. And there's so many fun things in this book. Every page is fantastic, and they're small. The paper's good. And I love it that it's just something pretty easy to tackle, even though it is fairly detailed. I do love this one. I kind of like the pages without Juliana, though. I don't know how to color her. She's not the most interesting character to me. I like the rest of the characters. Oh, I did this. There was a group that had started up. It was a really fun group, but it dismantled, and it was phobias. Different phobias, and the 1 month I joined in, it was an arachnophobia, and I submitted this, but then the group disbanded. Hopefully it wasn't my spider that caused it, but I had a lot of fun with that. That's a lot of different paints. Oh, a headless horseman. Yeah, that might be a good one to do. And these are single-sided. And that's not yellowing of alcohol markers. That's this acrylic paint pen. I think it's a Languo neon, and it bled through, which is interesting. Wow, this one is really good. Yeah, I love that it's single-sided. I'm going to use alcohol markers. I'm already doing an upside-down bat person this month. Oh, that's a lot of guts. Oh my gosh, she's got an undigested cookie. Ew. Oh, that's like Hellraiser, isn't it? That one would be fun. Yeah, that would be. That's a good one. Aren't all these good? And maybe one of those things that I just have to open it and pick what feels good in the moment. If you hear some rattling around behind me, Jack, that's a great one. Okay, maybe I have to do that one. Jack is licking a bowl. There's things to find in this one, like there's a lollipop, and I think that's one of the things to find, kind of hidden in with the score. There's hidden objects in this book. That's pretty cool. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Wow. That looks like the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show. I kind of like that one too. I like all these. That one's wicked. Ooh, he would be wicked. You could make him really dynamic with that background. Yuck. 13. This is the page when I flipped it for you guys. I kept trying to make a B out of it, like the letter B, and I couldn't figure out what it stood for. Oh, that's a good one. She's wearing a mask, a witch's mask. Like one of those caricature masks. Mischief Night. What are all these little things? Popcorn, because it's all candies, cookies, and popcorn. Okay. Oh, that one's good. Oh, I like it because it's got this thing, this kind of Milky Way thing going on in the back. That one's cool. Oh, there's a lot of pumpkins behind those zombies. Juliana! I wouldn't know what to color in that. It would be fun with neons. There isn't much to color. Create your own candies. No. And then there's like just some test your palettes. Shows you where the hidden objects are. Gosh, I really like that one. And I love this one. So I'm going to put, let's see, a handmade one I made. And then a chicken. Let's get a chicken for it. And it might be one of those two that I do if I get to this book, which I hope I do because I do enjoy this book. Okay. What else do I have here? I have a mix of things I want to do and things I need to do. Let's look at this book. So this was the very first nice little town I ever got. And for a while there, it was one of the few coloring books I had. And I've colored a lot in it. This is Nice Little Town Halloween by Tatiana Bogema-Stilova. And it is still my favorite one. Even after all these years, I've had it for 3 years now, I think. And I had COVID when I did this. So forgive me. There is one before it, though. Oh, it's just the book belongs to page. This one came out in 2020, and you can get this, as you can get all of her books, online as a PDF, which is how I buy all of her books now. It's cheaper, it's easier, and you get better paper because you can print it out. But she either didn't have it back then, or I didn't know she had it. But I just was playing and learning how to color on this really terrible paper. And having fun mixing up. Mostly it looks like acrylic markers, gel pens, and then of course tons and tons of alcohol markers. This one I really like. I like this one. I like all of them that I've done here. They all have I have such fond memories of them. And some of them have glitter pens in them like this one does. Aren't these cute? They're so cute. And I think this book is bigger than what her books end up being. It's a very tall, long, it's like letter sized or legal sized if you're in the United States. It's probably 11 and a half or 12 by 8. I like this one. This one, I had a hard time with the colors. I got stuck on this one a little bit. But again, mostly, I didn't have pencils, and I didn't know how to use pencils, so it was just alcohol markers and then some gel markers and acrylic pens and a white pen, glitter pens. That's all it is. And I like to put washi tape around. These pages curl really badly, and I just thought the washi tape was kind of, I don't know. I didn't even put matching washi tape. I think it just held the pages down better, flatter. I love this one. This is one of my favorites where they're dressed up in costumes and they're jumping off the roof. And there's some like hidden booze and liquor and poison and stuff up here. And mom's yelling at them with a spoon in the Jell-O mold. This one is my ghost rave one. I decided to make it into a rave because it looked like these guys were dancing, throw your hands in the air. So I made it in a ghost house, and this is their giant purple pumpkin, which lights up. And it's to tell people that the party is on in the neighborhood. So if the pumpkin's lit up, the party's happening. That was my story for this one. Oh, and I used a lot of nail polish back in the day, and I need to get it out because it works really well. This is clear glittery nail polish on top of just alcohol marker, I think. And these are somewhat shiny because I was using a glossy fixative back then. Here was my first attempt ever at bubbles. I drew those in, I think. Not sure. This was the first time I'd ever taken the black lines out. And this is where I learned that if something's really, really detailed, that taking the black lines out can make it a little bit difficult to see. So he's kind of hard to see because I took out all those black lines. I don't do that so much anymore in her books, not her busy ones. Is that where I ended? I think I was playing with the super golden markers when I first got them. So any more? There's no more. So, oh, there's one. I did this as a buddy, I think with Meg from Meg's Coloring Corner because it was Hannibal Lecter. And this was when I had watched a tutorial on how to do pumpkins. So I'd done a bunch of little ones and I tried to translate that tutorial to this big one. The blending didn't come out that well, but I do like the colors a lot. And look, Silence of the Lambs. It's a lamb balloon with the band-aids over its mouth. Silence of the Lambs, you get it? But that mean guy's gonna pop it. That mean rake guy up there. Yeah, I think I'm just going in order. So I haven't been in this since, I think it was last year we did this. So I think I'll just go in order and do a couple more as I feel like it. Because I really love, like I said, this is my favorite book. And it's one that probably when I'm done, I would purchase it on PDF and do it again. I never, ever say that. But this book is just so darn cute. It's my favorite. It's super cute. That's Nice Little Town Halloween. Let me show you a couple others, though, by her. Okay, so Tatiana Bogema-Stolova also has a... other than the Nice Little Town Halloween, she also has Witches and Nice Little Town Witches, right? She has 3 Halloween books, and one is the mice, and one is just like Halloween, I think it's called. And then one is Witches Halloween. That's what it is. And I have those 2 on PDF. Now I have done one out of the Witches Halloween, and looking through my PDFs reminds me I have other artists that do Halloween style art, and this is what I did. You know, I think this is causing a glare. Hold on, that is looking blurry. Hold on. Okay, I think I just had to refocus it. This is one I did last year, and this is from Nice Little Town Halloween in Witchtown. That's what it's called. So she has Halloween, then she has Halloween in Witchtown, and then she has another one and I'll show you both of those other ones. And I thought, I've always loved this page with the witch bathing in a milk bath. I remember this was a buddy. Did I write down who it was a buddy with? No, I can't remember who it was a buddy with. But this is a fun page. And that book is a lot of fun. The other one is untouched. So I thought we could look at them. Now we have to look at them on my iPad. So I am going to, I just had them. I'm going to turn off my overhead light. There we go. It's kind of spooky. And so here is, now this one is Nice Little Town Witches. Nice Little Town Witches is what I think it's called. Yeah, it's all very, very confusing. So there's a little testing coloring page. These are cute, aren't they? They have the little vignettes. Now this book is older, and it is so good, though. It is so good. I've always liked that one. I love her houses. She does too. She has a lot of houses in her books. Look at that cute one. And a lot of houses that look like that, they have like mushroom tops on them. Oh, this one's adorable. I've always tried to figure out what she's doing. I think she's bringing stuff to bathe him, but it looks to me like she's sliding down. So is that a rock or water and she's sliding down to the dog? I don't know, to the big monster, but I think this one's very cute. This one's adorable. Look at that little girl. Is she not adorable? The other thing I can do is color these on the iPad as well. It takes just as long. It's just the same as coloring it with mediums, but I just like the feel of paper, and I stare at screens a lot. So I do like to color on screen, but I'd rather color on paper and give my eyes a rest. Here's the one I did. I love PDFs too, because you can print them out and do them again if you want. Here's another one of just a house. Boy, she has an imagination, doesn't she? Now, this one's hysterical because this fairy is sticking her tongue out at her. So the witch has got the fairy in like a terrarium, and she's sassy. Just a neat little house with some neat pumpkins, cauldron. That almost looks like cauldron stained glass, doesn't it? I might make that like stained glass. And then the witch up in the second story. And the ghost wind socks. Isn't that neat? I like it. Okay, this is the other one that I think even I had a buddy who did this and I never got to it. This is a ghost painting fingernails from this zombie person who's reaching it from the grave. And it looks like he got surprised by us. And I don't know what's happening with this one back here, but this whole page is hysterical, isn't it? I love this page. I might do that one. This little one is a shelf page. We all love shelf pages. Jack is snoring. This one's adorable. Does she have a fish on her coat? Why is there a fish on her coat? I don't know. How cute is that, though? Look at her hat with the apples on it. It's so adorable. Oh, this is the other one I really like out of this book. It's like they all got caught. Like, here's the butler. This guy's worrying about his cards. These two, this one is cheating. This one is like, whoops. This one is like, oh, the jig is up. They know we're at a game. This one's like, hello. This one here is like, hey, you want to join us? They're all goobers. Super goobers. I love it. And I think this one would be fun with the lighting effect from above. And these are all soft pillows. I think it's great. This is one of my favorites. Another house. This one's cute. The two little witches. You don't often see human type creatures in Tatiana's stuff. And they've obviously made a mistake. I think they're trying to make just soup because these are carrots or rutabagas or something. But there's also like, and apples, but there's also like poison skulls. So I don't know what happened. And they don't either. This plague doctor is adorable. And his staff is wind socks. I mean, that's hysterical. And then he's got like this funny little skull hanging off of his lamp. I think he's cute. And I think it could be a costume too. You could play it either way. That's adorable. These crazy ghosts again. These are the same as my rave ghosts. Woo! Put your hands in the air. Yeah. Cute. It's a boot. It's like a witch's boot. Potions. Okay. This dude. He's very angsty and holding the parasol over the young little witch. I think it's adorable. That's cute. And this one is a slightly different style. I really like this page. the goober ghost in the background. There's so many fun things to color here. You've got some drink, and you have candles inside the jack-o'-lantern, and candles in glass orbs, and the skulls, and there's a lot here to color. This one cracks me up. It's the three-headed Cerberus dog, and then the kitty chased a kitty up a tree, and then these weird little ghouly things. That's fun. And this is the last page in the book. Isn't this beautiful? Again, another just really pretty page in her other style. A lot of things to color, and you could make this so beautiful. So that's Nice Little Town. That's what this one. So what did I say it was? Nice Little Town, Halloween in Witch Town. So Nice Little Town, it's a Nice Little Town book, and then it's Halloween in Witch Town. Okay, the other one is this one. The Halloween. It's just called Halloween. It's not a Nice Little Town in the Nice Little Town series. It's just called Halloween, and it's untouched. So I'm leaning towards this book, pulling a page out of it. Ooh, look at that. I do like that. That's the sort of pattern pagey thing I like, because I don't like them too far apart, because then I have too much in between space to color. But this is perfect to take an acrylic marker and go around everything. And then I like to take like a flat matte color and then make everything else sparkle. That is high on my priority list. That looks like a lot of fun. Oh, that's another good one. Wow, it's got like a skull necklace, and oh, it's got a little person. I didn't even see her there. Look at her. She's cute. I didn't even see her there. Wow, that is cute. See, this is not a Nice Little Town book, so the style is a little bit different. But I really like it. That is great. The page is really full, isn't it? It's a monster that lives under the bed, and he's stealing your socks because he's got 6 legs. That's where all our socks go. And then these look like dust bunnies. That is cute. Why have I not colored in this book before? Oh, I remember this page. This is the one I think I chose last year. I still want to do it. The dog's having so much fun. The bird is totally laughing at him, and he's like, oh no, he wants to suck my blood. No, wait, I am the vampire. I will suck your blood once I come down from this tree. Will you help me? Sorry, I'm just having a little story time here. Oh, he has a bone tied to his coat tail. Well, dude, that's what the dog's going after. Somebody played a trick on you, and I think it's that cheeky bird right there. I do. This one's beautiful. So pretty. I love the giant moon, giant hat, and then everything else is small. There's a graveyard and, a spooky tree with an owl and a witch. Oh, man. This may be the book I get stuck in, the Halloween book I get stuck in, because look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I'll print out a couple of these and take them to work with me tomorrow. Oh, these are cute. Yep, that's the cover on this book. She's got like patterns here, and she's carving them. And look at her kitty cat. That's a cute cat. Yeah, this is really cute. And then there's that bird again. This is a hat, and then just lots of stuff in it. I really like this style. I am digging this so much. Because you could do, I mean, you can make these bricks, and you can make every little section something different. I had forgotten about this book and how good it is. Yep. Yep, I definitely need to do some pages out of this book. So they were left alone. And all the dolls became animated, and this ghosty guy came in and just trashed the place, the toy room. He's swinging from the ceiling. Poor cat. But they're having a good time. That's a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. He's a princess. He's a bumblebee. He's a mouse. These are great. He's Jack wanting all my goodies. I would make all these glowing different colors. That's adorable because you could just make this glowing down on them and make everything else really dark. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, I love this one. I love her. And this unimpressed cat. I love that when they make it curved like this, and that cool moon. She is just cool. Oh boy, guys. Yeah, this is a book I want to work out of, and I can't pick a page. Monsters, monsters. I may just have to print out a couple, and it's going to be easier to pick out what I don't want to color versus what I do. Oh, she's great. Oh, wow. Oh, I love her. Whee! Oh my gosh, he's sliding down a hill in his coffin. He lost his pillow, and he's sending all the vegetables and fruits flying, and the owl is having an issue with all this. Everybody's having a great time, though, other than the owl. Oh, adorable. Don't you love this book? These books, the neat thing about PDF, oh my gosh, how am I going to choose? They're all so good. You know, I spent 1 year and worked a lot in the Halloween one, the Nice Old Town Halloween. Then last year I just did one page, but that was in the other witches book, the Halloween in Witch Town. I've done none in here. I wonder if I just treat this like that first Halloween book and just do a bunch of pages in here. They're a lot busier. I may not get a bunch done. I mean, I'd like to get a couple. You're a grumpy troll fairy thing. Very grumpy. Ooh, why does this grave have a window? Yeah, as I was saying about her PDFs, they're on her website, or no, they're on her Etsy site, Bogema Books. It's her last name, Bogema Books, Bogema Books. And there it is right there. Bogema Books. And I love the PDFs, and that's the last one. I love the PDFs because they are cheaper than a printed book. And if your only choice is Amazon paper, the PDF makes sense because you can print it on, if your printer can handle it, can print it on any paper. Now, my printer can't handle really good paper, really heavy paper, but it can handle like Nina cardstock. Used to be called Solar White is what I use now. I think it's called Bright White. And it works well with alcohol markers. That's what this is, and that's what this paper is too. You can also get photo paper, so it's not like cardstock, but it's nice thick paper. And then you can also resize it if you want it smaller or bigger. You can do it more than once, and the storage is nice. Now, I have the same problem y'all have in that I forget about them because I can't see them all the time, so I forget I have that book. And I get it. I don't have a good way of storing my PDFs. I would love to print them all out and have them like a book, but that, unless I took them to like a print shop. I know some of you do that. Otherwise, it wouldn't be cost effective because printer ink is so expensive and not worth that. Besides, I'm not going to color every page in every book. So, yeah, that's always the big question. Like, how do we efficiently organize our PDFs? But I tell you, it's a great deal, and you get them instantly. So fun. So, yeah, I think that helped me narrow it down to the Halloween one versus the Witch Town one, or the Nice Little Town Halloween one. But they're all on her Etsy. And if you're interested in any of her other books, they're all there, even her old ones. Okay, let's look at some others I want to do. Okay, I have some more. So I have a buddy in this one. Yes. Right. Now I got this used. And most folks I know who are getting this book are finding it used. Let me see, do I have it listed where I found it? Probably where I find everything, which is eBay or Mercari. Let me look real quick. I have never seen it before, and I saw it on one of you guys' YouTube channels. I can't remember who it was. But I have my buddy is with Vera from Vera Art. And this is a big, big book, hard covered. And it's really cool. I got it used and it was brand new. And I think someone went and found it used and it was brand new. You could find it. It's Book of Beasts, and it's just gigantic, really big, and full of mythical beasts. So this is the earth beasts here. And just giant pages full of monsters, and it explains them over there. And really, really cool. Double-sided and not super thick paper, but I found paint and acrylic pens work. And you've seen me color some of this page in various videos. It is sewn bound. It's gorgeous, so it lays flat and pages don't fall out, and just really a lot of fun. Of course, pencils work well. It's got tooth. But I just used acrylic. I used watercolor and acrylic paints on this and really liked it. So this is the one that I'm doing with Vera. And I had already started it just because I tend to do that, turn the page and go on to the next one when I'm really enjoying a book. So we decided that this would be a good one for Halloween because it's a spider. So we have Arachne, we have an Einfeld here, and a Cerastes. And the Arachne, of course, was challenged by Athena to a spinning contest. She spins beautifully. She ends up losing. Athena is going to kill her. They're they're always going to die. And then someone swoops in and turns her into spider to save her. The Einfeld I've never heard of before. You folks in London probably have, because you have the Einfeld Football Club there in London. And it's got a fox, a lion, and a rooster, I believe is what it is. Oh, wolf, lion, fox, and eagle. And then the Cerastes is, it's actually, they buried themselves under mounds of sand. They had small poisonous prongs protruding from their heads, and they were believed to have no bones in their bodies. Well, that just sounds like a regular old snake, doesn't it? There is one that could be its ancestor, though, currently alive today in modern day Africa. Yikes. So, yeah, this is what we're doing, and I'm really excited. I've got some bling in there. I hope I can remember what black that was, because I didn't finish it. It's very matte, and I like it. It's a pen of some sort, but I'm going to have to search on my black pens to find that, because I do not remember. Shoot, I should have finished his other legs, because I really like that matte black. That is cool. But I don't know what pen that is. That'll be some searching. So that's what I'm doing out of this giant book, Book of Beasts. Love this book. And then, of course, I'm in a group run by Christina's Art Corner for the Woodland Kingdom. We had a 2-monther, and I didn't start it in September, and I still haven't started it. It may get left over. I love it. This is my favorite page, the double page spread that we've chosen so far out of this book, but I just don't know if I'm going to get to it because I'm having too much fun coloring Halloween stuff. So I may hold this one over and finish it another month. But you could definitely make it dark and spooky. I mean, there's a candelabra. There's, you know, they're eating, there's apples, and he's got a big old axe for his watermelon. But it is still kind of summery. You could make it nighttime. Anyway, I love this book so much. You see this every month. For now, until I get tired of it. Life of Witches is another group I'm in. Now, I am going to be working a lot out of the pumpkin one by Usiku, but this is a monthly group that we do. And I don't do every month. I think I've done most of them, but there's been a couple I've missed. And this is basically the 3 books, Witches, Witches Around, and Year of Witches. And this is the compilation book of all 3 of those books. So you can join if you have 1 or 2 or 3 or all of those books. I just have the compilation because I joined the Usiku bandwagon kind of late. And we're doing this one out of Witches Around. And the page is Pumpkin Lanterns. So if you have Witches Around and want to do pumpkin lanterns with us, just talk to Christina at Christina's Art Corner. Or if you don't know her, you can talk to me and I can talk to her. Get you in. And some folks have already finished theirs, and they're so pretty. Oh, they're doing really wonderful things with the light, with the jack-o'-lanterns being lit up. So I'm excited about this one. I like these pages. And I guess I'm in the group phase, because here's another group I'm in, Yoga Animals So Cute. And we chose the only thing in here that could even be called semi-Halloween, and that is these bats. I love this book so much. I won't be getting her second one. She has another one come, but she changed the format. It's small. It's not this wonderful, 12 by 12 size or 10 by 10 size. It's a small, and it's not single-sided, and the paper's thinner. It's like, why would you do that? This book is perfect. Just copy paste. So I was really disappointed because I'd been looking forward to it all year. So I'm not going to get her second one. But this one I love, so I'll be savoring it. It's got beautiful paper, single-sided. It's just really a lot of fun. And these bats are doing yoga with like Pilates ribbons. They're hanging from the trees and doing Pilates. And we've been trying to figure out, why does only one have shorts and the others don't? Is that the modest one? That one has shorts. The others are naked. I don't know. I haven't come up with a color palette yet. I mean, this looks like it could be a strawberry, but, oh, figs. These are figs, and that looks like a strawberry for some reason. Can't be a strawberry. So because of the figs, maybe purples and blacks. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no clue. But that's that. Okay. And then I think, of course, we'll have another haunted high-rise. Did you guys watch the last one we did? We did Danger for Dinner. We did this one. Did you figure it out? There were a lot of red herrings in this one. There was a lot of things in it that didn't matter to the story. I did have a friend say that they went to go buy it, and the reviews were very bad, saying it was AI and the lines didn't hook up or anything. I don't see that at all, and I'm very sensitive to AI. This actually has Alessandra Santelli as the artist, and I'm wondering, so I suggested maybe that was a dupe, that maybe that was a fake one. Because I have no problems with lines not meeting or it looking like it's AI. I haven't noticed that at all. It just looks like someone drew it, hand drew it even. I don't know how this could possibly be AI. It's too quirky. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like everybody else's art. And everything matches up. So the one we're doing next is the final act. He's dead. He or she is dead in the bed. So there's an Oscar. Isn't that an Oscar? Yay. This one will be fun. So this is going to be our October mystery. This is our 5th one. Isn't that fun? We're working our way through the haunted high-rise. Love this book. And then I think I mostly just have wants, like something I could reach around and grab if I wanted to, like Frog Village Autumn, but I really want to work out a Halloween. But this is an untouched book. So it would be nice to do one out of here. Not my priority, because my priority is the Halloween specific books. I'd like to do, you know, if I could find one out of this. I'll do this all year round, though. This isn't Halloween specific. And again, I liked this because that's a Wendigo. Of course I want to do a Wendigo. So maybe I'll get to that. But my priority is buddies and then Halloween specific books. And then if there's any time left over, just spooky stuff. Of course, it'd be nice to get into Annie Day. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I've done a couple of hers. Looks like fall of last year. I made her like Wicked. I liked that one. That was a group buddy. I like every page in here. So, and every time I do it, I'm like, why do I not do more Annie Day? Why do I skip over her so much? I love that one where she's hugging Matchstick Mouse. There's another one I did last year. So, yeah, I've got Annie Day out. And Matchstick Mouse Halloween is on its way here. So that will be bumped up in priority because that's a Halloween specific book. So I'm imagining once I do my buddies and then I do my Halloween specific ones, of which I'll want to do 2 or 3 pages. That's probably all I'm going to be able to fit in. But I do have some other horror books, of course, because I'm Candice. I probably will not get to this one. Oh, I'm sorry, I just bumped you really bad. Because I would color in this all year round. Now, this is the Calle brothers. I say Calle. I wish I knew it. That's how you'd pronounce it in Mexican Spanish, so I don't know. I did pick out the Wendigo one in here. Of course I did. This book is fun. I've only done 1 page in here, and that was with my friend Paula, who is one of my favorite, one of my besties, Coloring Mom. That's Coloring Mom. She's one of my besties that loves horror coloring, so she does a lot of scary pictures with me. And we did this Cthulhu type guy. And then there's this one, which I would love to do another one in here. This is Dina Stone. This book is gorgeous. This was a gift from my dear friend Tammy at Tammy Colors too. I could not decide. I mean, I've always loved this page. Dina Stone is a fantastic artist. She has a very unique style with all these dots for shading, and I like it. They're not grayscale, they're dotted, but that shows you where the shading should be. They're quirky and kind of rough. I wouldn't say they're pretty. I would say they're intriguing and just a little off. And I think that's what I love about it. I've always wanted to do this one. I have quite a few books with trolls under bridges, and I think that would be fun. I love every single page. This book is a treasure for me, and I'm grateful to Tammy every time I open this book. It's so cool. I did not know about Dina Stone. That's a great one. This is the only page I've done, and I did it for Mermaid this year. I just love them that they're kind of off. I love this one, that freestyle, that free diver who doesn't notice the giant sea monster. I did pick out the Wendigo. That's Wendigo-like. It's got the body. Wendigos don't have this kind of mane thing, but Sometimes they are said to have a horse's head, so maybe that's just the mane of the horse, but then there's these horns, so that's not necessarily a true Wendigo. Probably could be like a skinwalker. But then there's another one that could be Wendigo. I would say this was Bigfoot, except it's got the long, lean body and the horns, so that one could be a Wendigo as well. I'm gonna hunt a deer. Although Wendigos don't eat deer, they eat humans. This one would be fun because you could make him like with a flashlight in here and he's completely unaware of this beast creeping up on him. But anyway, there's just, I mean, she's awesome. There's just tons and tons of great pages in here. So I would like to do a second one in here. I feel like this one needs a lot more love than I've been giving it. And I think that's enough. What do you think? Is there anything else in here in my maybe pile? You know, there's some more cute and cozies. Oh, this one. I haven't colored it all out of this one. You guys don't even know I have this one. One night, late at night, I was browsing Amazon as you do. I'm like, I've wanted this book for a while. I like Sui Sui. I think Sui Sui is a real person. I think so. Pretty sure this isn't AI. Could be, but I don't think so. These are very unique too. Her characters all have tails. This one's marked up a bit because I'm working on a technique that I saw in one of the books about semi-transparent ghosts. So that's in one of those tutorial books. So I thought I would get ready to do that. Same here. And perhaps maybe do it with you. Jack is really snoring. I love that one. There's just, it's cute. It's a little more simple than I like, but it's so darling. And it's a good one to work with those new techniques. That's funny. So that's that. It's not done. And the last thing I'd like, oh, there's two more things I'd like to show you. One is this. I definitely want to break open this. I did last Halloween as well and did some special effects. What did I do last Halloween? These special effects are very specific. Like this is how to color a bullet hole in wood. They're very specific. It is a thinner book than her normal books. Expect to pay the same amount. It's very specialized. It's very hard to find used. These books are stupidly expensive, but they are so much fun. Look at that. A used axe, a metal axe, chain link. Here's another axe. It's just, look at rusted metal. Ha ha ha, so fun. Bones with worms in it, decaying bones, bloody handprints, you know, all the things that you want at this time of year. A bloody heart, a finger-drawn blood heart. How specific can you get? Look at that. A finger wound. Yeah, that's quite the wound. It's just yuck. What happened? And then like gravestones and, you know, scary monster zombie eyes and a bullet hole in a paper wall. Look at that. So this will be fun. I want to add some stuff to some pages and we'll have fun with this Helen Elliston book, which, was this a gift? I think I got it used. No, this is a gift from Anonymous. One of my Anonymous. Anonymous, you know who you are. I love this book. And oh my God. And last year I used it for several things. A lot of eyes. I did a lot of eyes out of this. But this year I'm going to use it even more. So you are such a darling, Anonymous. I love you. Okay, and then the very last one I want to show you is a brand new book I haven't flipped for you yet, and that's this. I was collecting those Art of Coloring, and I had the Tim Burton one, The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is being added to my inventory book, and you will see it in the next video. And someone told me, you should get the glow-in-the-dark one. It's the best one. Was it you, Mindy? Or was it Jamie? I feel like it was either Mindy or Jamie that said, it's the best one. And by golly, they are right. So we're going to end with a quick flip of this. I can make a separate standalone flip to find it easier if you guys like it. I think a lot of you might have seen this. But these are the same pictures that are in my Paint with Water book. Same pages, same images. But they're big, and the glow in the dark is pretty awesome. My friend Chris, Color Me Chris, he just did a video recently where he showed his glow in the dark books. Or some glow in the dark books, and he showed them in the daylight, and then he turned off the lights. Oh my God. I thought it was a gimmick, but then I saw his pages. They are really cool. The glow in the dark stuff makes the ink around it glow too. So it looks very glowy, especially when you use neon. So very cool. But there are a lot of pages with no glow. Like there's no glow on either one of these pages. Not every page is glow in the dark, but look at these fun pages. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I like to color and the kind of paper I like. It's double-sided, but it's very thick paper, pretty thick paper. Look at that. That's got a lot of swirls that are glow in the dark. So I need to find out what I can use to color that won't block the glow in the dark stuff. Like, could I do pastels over this? Could I do a gel crayon? Yeah, what can I use that won't? I know that Chris gave some hints that he said, what was he using? He was using something, pencil. He was using something that he had to erase off of the lines when he crossed the lines, but it was definitely worth it. This one, okay, this one is a fold out. There are 3 fold outs in this book. And one of them is huge. Or maybe it's not this page. I thought it was this one. It's coming up. I thought that was part of it. Nope, not yet. Fold out's coming up. But look at this. Now these are big pages. These would take me a bit. I'd need to find, use gel crayons probably to make them go faster. I'm not sure how water will do on this paper. I'll have to try it. None of these pages have glowing. Kind of expected to get to a pull-out one by now. That's got a lot of glow on it. That would be really neat. This one has no glow. He does this. I forget he does the splits when he lands. No glow. Yay! Okay, here's the pull-out. Look at that. It's a whole village. And it glows. Yay. And on the other side, the pullouts are single-sided. So is that not cool or what? And then, this one's not a pullout. Do they go together? No, it's just a funny angle. But it definitely glows. Okay. This guy is so funny. Remember, he turns around his head and the other side's smiling. There's no glowing on these. I love her. But she's in such a masochistic relationship with this guy. He's gross. Okay, this is no glow, and this is all the glow. That whole tree is going to glow. So that will be fun, and he's going to glow. So basically, you're just kind of coloring around it. Oh, no glow while he's checking out Christmas. I don't remember this part. I need to watch this again this year. Oh, that's a fun one. Here's one with some glow. That's her. Oh, where you see the shiny reflective, that's the glow stuff. This has got some glow. I like this one. Their whole faces glow, so you wouldn't color them at all. And then he's trying to, no glow on this one. And no glow on these. That's great. And then, of course, these guys. Is it stock? What are their names? Shock, rattle, roll, something like that. But it has to do with like cocking a gun. Shock. Anyway, you know who I'm talking about. They're there again. 3 of my favorite characters. Look at that page. Wow. I like it. There's no glow on this side. Easter. But there is here. Now, is this the pullout? Yes. Yes, it is. This is a 4-page pullout. So it starts here in the graveyard and moves on to the iconic of Jack Skellington on the hill. And then it comes to a close-up of her peeking at him. Let me grab the other page. She's peeking at him. There's a lot of glow in these and the sky and stuff. And then scared horsey. And again, these are single-sided. But I don't know, if you're going to use alcohol marker on this, you're going to use up some markers. So that's a lot of space for alcohol markers. That'd be a very expensive page to do. And then we go to no glow for a bit. I love it. Yeah. They're trying to embrace Christmas, but they just do it all wrong. Oh, that crazy duck. See, this would be a page that needs to have some collage or something added to it. There's not much here to color. Yay, Christmas Town. You see, there's quite a few with no glow after that big pullout. I love that. I love this one. Big fat Santa. There's Oogie Boogie, and he, of course, has glow. Oogie Boogie's the best. Now, there is a pullout of Oogie Boogie. It's not this one, though. Is it? No. Oogie Boogie kidnapped Santa. He is so creepy. Isn't that great? And there's Jack trying to be Santa. Not very good at it, though. Police gets called. He's doing tic-tac-toe and doodling. Ooh, remember that thing? All the toys come alive and stuff. That one would be so cool to do with neons because he's going to glow every other ring and these balls are going to glow in the tree. Yeah. Here's the kids being chased by their own toys. The toys are all evil now. Ah! Toys are chasing them. Okay, this is the Oogie Boogie pullout one. Look, he's kind of in that whole Vegas roulette wheel thing. And it glows so much. You could have so much fun with this. I know. Once I figure out how to work with the glow, I'm going to ask Chris some more, and I'm going to watch his video again because he had some good tips in there. And then there's this one, which is Jack. Looks like he's fell out of the sky and landed in the hands of this angel. And there's 0. There's a lot of glow right there on those guys. Oogie Boogie's made of worms. And here they bring Santa back. Jack realizes that it's not his gig. Hands him back his hat. And the good toys come back. That's a puppy. Kind of crazy puppy, but it's a puppy. And he's back in Halloween Town. That's where he belongs. He's had his fun. Here's some glow, watching Santa fly away. And then, is that a Christmas Town person stuck in Halloween Town or vice versa? There's no glow on that one. Aw, and these guys are making snow somethings. And our little emo girl and her thistle. And then these guys. I love this because it's got Christmas lights on her bathtub. And him. I can't remember what, I thought he didn't make it. I can't remember what happened to him. And then there they are. And whoever told me this was the best book, it is. It is. Even despite the glowing, even after coloring around the glow, it's very good. So I would color in this all year round, though. But because it is kind of Halloween specific, I might try to get this one in. Here are my October plans. Again, they're a little late this month. That's kind of been what I've been doing lately. It's because when I work until the very, very last day of the month, getting all my coloring in. And then I'm so excited for the new month that I start right back into coloring new pages. And sometimes it's hard to get this video and the finished pages video out because they take a lot of editing and they're big and chunky. But I'm glad I got this one done. Don't worry if you see a different video before you see the September completed pages. It's just that I have a couple videos that are finished that I can go ahead and put out for you while I finish editing the September finished pages. So that's a lot of words that you didn't need. I am looking forward to spooky season, and I'm looking forward to seeing your pages. I can't wait. And I have some really fun videos coming up for you. So I love you. Have a wonderful spooky season. Bye.